Black entertainers of the 1950s. Certain black entertainers laid the groundwork and paved the way for black entertainment moguls of today. Let us revisit some of the African American stars of the 1950s. Come with me while I review their legacy and salute their achievements.
Yes, I'm going away to leave. Won't be back no more. Going back down south.
Ella Fitzgerald, one of the most exciting jazz singers of her time, was born on April 25, 1918 in Newport News, Virginia. When only 16, she received her first big break at the Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York, where she won an amateur night contest. She soon became a recording star with her own band and her own composition. In 1958, in the company of the Duke Ellington Orchestra, she gave a concert at Carnegie Hall as a part of a European and United States extended tour with the band. She appeared with over 50 symphony orchestras.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup. I don't believe in fretting or grieving. Why mess around with strife? I never was cut out to step and strut out. Give me the simple life. Some find it pleasant, dining on pheasant. Those things roll off my knife. Just serve me tomatoes and mashed potatoes. Give me the simple life. A cottage small is all I'm after, not one that's spacious and wide. A home that's full of joy and laughter and the ones you loved inside. Some like the high road, I'll take the low road, free from the grief and strife.
Richard Wayne Penniman, born December 5, 1932. Born into a family of 12 children, Penniman learned gospel music at an early age. While performing in nightclubs, he took the name Little Richard, achieving notoriety for his high-energy on-stage antics. His first breakthrough came in 1955 at a recording session in J&M Studio in New Orleans. He recorded the hit record, Tutti Frutti. At the very peak of his career, he concluded that rock and roll music was the devil's work. He abandoned the music business, enrolled in Bible college, and became a traveling evangelist. Ray Charles Robinson, born September 23, 1930. Listed as the genius in black entertainment. He began to go blind at the age 6, possibly from glaucoma, completely losing all of his sight by age 7. Charles recorded the hit record, The Mess Around, and the novelty song, It Should Have Been Me, in 1952 and 1953. Upon his death in 2004 was the release of the film entitled Ray, the biography of the life of Ray Charles, played by actor Jamie Foxx. Sidney Poitier, born February 20th, 1927 in Miami, Florida. Poitier served a short stint in the U.S. Army before moving to New York to pursue an acting career. A student at the American Negro Theater in New York City, Portier was no stranger to film or stage before making his Hollywood debut in 1950. Cast mainly in supporting roles, he won an Oscar for Lilies in the Field in 1963. The win marked the first Oscar awarded to a black actor and made Portier cinema's first African-American superstar. In addition to his Oscar, Portier received a Grammy Award for Best Spoken Word Album for his autobiographical book, The Measure of Man. Thank you, Mr. Portier, for paving the way for young black actors today. Harold George Belafonte Jr., born on March 1, 1927 in Harlem, New York. Performing with the American Negro Theater and studying drama, he won a Tony Award in 1954 for his Broadway performance in John Murray Anderson's Almanac. But it wasn't until his lead role in the film Carmen Jones that Belafonte became a bona fide star. His musical efforts benefited from his celebrity, with albums entitled Belafonte and Calypso leading to #1. Those albums created a nationwide craze form of Caribbean music that originated in Trinidad. In addition, he became television's first black producer, winning an Emmy for his special Tonight with Harry Belafonte.
Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica, I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Sad to say I'm on my way.
Dorothy Dandridge, singer, actress, born November 9th, 1922 in Cleveland, Ohio. Dorothy Dandridge sang at Harlem's famed Cotton Club and Apollo Theater and became the first African-American woman nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress. She won her first starring film role in 1953's Bright Road, playing a young dedicated school teacher opposite Harry Belafonte. Dandridge was the first non-white actress to achieve the kind of superstardom such as Marilyn Monroe and Ava Gardner.
If you want to get along on the boat, it's not hard. You just have to obey, that's all. You see, the captain's not mad at you. You heard him. There are a lot of big houses in Havana. And if you behave, well, maybe he'll keep you with him or sell you as a kitchen man or a houseboy or a coachman. Oh, yeah, that's the best to be a coachman.
White man's trash.
What did you say?
White man's trash.
You. What are you? A rusty rifle, a bag of glass beads, that's all you're worth. So don't put on any airs with me. Here, drink.
Trash.
Maybe I didn't explain myself well. What I was trying to say is that you're a slave. The slave can never fight back. Never. Never, 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 never. And the sooner you learn that, the better off you'll be. Because if you don't learn it, they won't chain you next time. They'll hang you. Right up there. Do you understand? Do you? You'll learn.
Pigmeat Markham, born April 18, 1904. Pigmeat was born as Dewey Markham in Durham, North Carolina. He was said to originate the trucking dance, which became nationally popular in the 1930s. In the 1940s, he started making film appearances. Started in the 1950s, Pigmeat began making multiple appearances on The Ed Sullivan Show. His "Here Come the Judge" routine was a hit comedy record in the 1960s and became a catchphrase on the Laugh-In television show. John Elroy Sanford, born December 9th, 1922, an American comedian and television actor known for his raunchy stand-up and comedic routines. While a struggling performer in New York City, Sanford adopted the name Red Fox. He performed comedy on the chitlin circuit of the African-American nightclubs during the 1940s and 1950s. In 1970, he was approached by television producer Norm Lear about starring in the American version of the popular British sitcom Steptoe and Son.
Well, I got a call from an old girlfriend. I mean, not just a girlfriend. She could have been your mother if she hadn't been so headstrong and had such a bad temper.
Well, then how come you going through all these changes about her coming here tonight if she was so headstrong and had such a bad temper?
Well, you know what they say. You know, fine wine mellows with age. And if she was fine then, by now, she must be like imported muscatel.
Right. Well, I'm going to take a bath, Pop.
Wait a minute. Let me finish telling you about her. See, her name is Juanita. And she got Spanish blood in her. See? And she always used to have a rose between her teeth.
I guess it was kind of hard for her to eat that way, wasn't it?
No, see, she was a dancer. I mean, she could really hoof. You know what I mean? She was the best dance partner I ever had. We used to win all the prizes. I remember one time I pulled Juanita through my legs like this, pulled her up, and threw her over Count Basie's band.
In Sanford and Son, Fox played Fred Sanford, a junk dealer living with his son in the Watts neighborhood of Los Angeles. The show was a major success. Jackie Mabley, or better known as Moms Mabley, born March 19, 1894, one of the most successful black female comics in history. She was said to be given the nickname Moms because of her compassion for other performers. She was the first female comedian to appear at the Apollo Theater and became a regular there, appearing more often than any other act in theater's history. Mabley appeared in a number of films, including Boarding House Blues in 1948 and Amazing Grace in 1974.
Oh, man, don't be no fool.
Moms Mabley as Amazing Grace.
Grace T. Dale Grimes, that's the name.
She's sweet.
But you should have went over there and busted him right in the mouth.
She's sexy.
No, don't kiss me, honey. He might start something that you can't stop.
She's courageous.
Baby, I'm gonna stomp you.
She's contagious.
Grace ain't coming. Grace ain't coming. Ow!
She's Moms Mabley in Amazing Grace.
That's all I need to know.
Rated G.
Well, there you have it. These black entertainers have opened doors to many successful African Americans today. These entertainers define the odds of racism and segregation in their industry. Their achievements were revolutionary and should be appreciated more by young African Americans today. Remember, without them, there would be no us.
Yes, I'm going away to leave. Won't be back no more. Going back down south side. Don't you wanna go? Woman, I'll be all yours.